Hi everyone, I'm Mumu from Susan's family. Today I'll teach you how to make butterfly wind chime, lotus version. This wind chime is divided into 3 parts, the butterfly, the bouquet, and assembling the wind chime. First, make the butterfly part. Then, work on the bouquet section. Finally, assemble the wind chime. Pay attention, in some places, we'll use self-stripping yarn for crocheting. The starting color affects the final effect, resulting in different looks. You can take the yarn according to the finished product, or choose your preferred color segment to begin with. This type of yarn is not easy to unravel, so learn the method first, then start crocheting after you've learned it. You can also practice with other leftover yarns first, and then use the corresponding yarn for crocheting later. Start by learning the butterfly part. They are 2 identical ones. Each butterfly consists of the front wings, the back wings, the body and the decoration assembly parts. First, let's learn how to crochet the front wings, which are divided into the main part and the edge. The main part starts with a foundation chain, worked back and forth in rows. You'll need to crochet 2 identical main fabric pieces. Before starting, let's take a look at the chart. In the chart, H+ number indicates the row number. The column labeled Stitch Instructions shows which stitch techniques to use when crocheting that row, including any increasing or decreasing. The Total Stitches column shows the total number of stitches. After completing all the stitches in that row, several crochet stitches will be applicated. All are marked on the chart. We won't list them one by one here. Now watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Start by crocheting the main part. Take the corresponding yarn. Please pay attention to choose your preferred color segment according to your preference. The swatch uses yarn randomly. As you crochet, remember to refer to the chart and use the corresponding hook for specific yarn, color scheme and hook size. Please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. Cast on is 2ch, which means the casting on method is chain cast on. Cast on 2 stitches. First, make a foundation chain. Work 2 chains. The cast on is now complete. Then move on to row 1. Here you see 2, meaning start crocheting from the second to last stitch of the foundation chain. Count back from the hook side. 1, 2. This is the second to last stitch. The right side of the chain looks like a V-shaped loop. Insert your hook into the top half of the loop. Make a single crochet increase. Row 1 is now complete. Take the front side of row 1 single crochets as the right side of the whole piece. Then move on to row 2. Make 1 beginning chain. Then turn the work and make 1 single crochet. Pay attention to working back and forth. The stitch is located at the top left. On the left side, make a SC2 in 1 in the remaining stitch. Row 2 is now complete. Now crochet row 3. First make 1 beginning chain. At the beginning of each following row, always make 1 beginning chain. Turn the work Make a single crochet increase. Then make 1 single crochet. Finally make 1 single crochet increase. Row 3 is now complete. Continue to crochet row 4. The number before X indicates how many single crochets to make. Here it means make 4 single crochets. Finally make 1 single crochet increase. Next, I'll show you how to count the rows. Odd-numbered rows have the texture of the right side of the single crochet, which looks like individual V-shapes. Even-numbered rows show the wrong side texture, with a horizontal strand on top. Simply alternate between front and back to count the rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the method for counting rows when working back and forth. This way, the 4th row is completed. For the 5th to the 7th rows, the crocheting method is similar to the previous rows, only the stitch count differs. The 8th row is worked evenly, meaning 1 single crochet in each stitch. The method is simple. You can refer to the chart and finish the 8th row. Remember to check the number of stitches after completing each row. The sample has now completed the first 8 rows. Next, continue with the 9th row. Make 1 beginning chain. First, make 1 slip stitch. Slip stitches do not need to be pulled tight. Then work 9 single crochets evenly into each stitch. Finally, make 1 single crochet increase. This completes the 9th row. Continue to the 10th row. First, work 10 single crochets evenly. One single crochet increase. K means skipped. That means skip 1 stitch. The 10th row is now complete. Rows 11 to 12. Refer to the chart and crochet accordingly. Continue all the way to the last slip stitch of the 12th row. The swatch has now reached the corresponding position. After completing the slip stitch, make 1 chain to secure. Then pull out the yarn tail. Cut the yarn. And tighten. This completes row 12. Now start row 13. First, turn the work. Join the yarn in the 4th to last stitch of row 12. Place the yarn tail behind the fabric. Draw the yarn through. Then work 1 chain. Tighten. This completes the yarn join. You can follow this method for all future yarn joins. Now we've reached X2T. Brackets mean to crochet into the same stitch. First, work 1 single crochet, place the yarn tail on the hook. Crochet and hide it at the same time. Then work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. This completes the part inside the brackets. You can see this creates a curved shape. Then work 8 single crochets evenly into each stitch. Row 13 is now complete. Rows 14 and 15. You can follow the chart to finish these 2 rows. Note that K3 appears in row 14. The number here indicates how many stitches to skip. I've already completed row 15. Now begin row 16. Here comes a new stitch technique. A mean single crochet decrease. Insert the hook into the left stitch. Yarn over and pull through. This is an incomplete single crochet, then insert into the adjacent stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Complete 2 incomplete single crochets. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Pull through all 3 loops at once. Pull the yarn through. 1 single crochet decrease completed. Then continue crocheting this row following the chart. The remaining rows are simple. Pay attention to the joining position on row 17 after turning the work. It's on the 3rd to last stitch of row 16. Then start crocheting. Everyone please continue to follow the chart and finish. So far, the main part of the front wing has been explained. Now let's learn how to crochet the left side edge. Here, left and right refer to when the butterfly is laid flat, facing us. First, work back and forth on the main part, then crochet along the edge. The new stitch techniques used here are FB double crochet increase and W3 single crochets in one stitch. Now watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. First, crochet row 1. Take the corresponding yarn. Then take one of the front wing main parts. Position it with the wrong side of the last row facing you. On the last row of the main part, join the yarn in the first chain from the right. Pick up the back loop only. Then work 2CH/SL X5. The parentheses here indicate a group. X number indicates the number of times to repeat the pattern. First crochet 2 chains. You can see there are 5 arcs on the main part. On the left side, between the first and second arc, make 1 slip stitch. Pick up the back loop only. This completes the content inside the parentheses once. Then work 2 chains. Between the second and third arc, make 1 slip stitch. Pick up the back loop only. This completes the second repetition of the bracketed part. Next, crochet 2 chains first. Make 1 slip stitch at the junction of the next arc. Pay attention, the slip stitch in the last group should be made into the chain of row 9. Everyone follow this method to complete the remaining 3 repetitions. This completes the explanation for row 1. Now move on to row 2. Chain 1 as beginning chain. Then work 3 single crochets into the left chain space. Once completed, work 3 single crochets into each of the remaining 4 chain spaces. You can hide the yarn tail as you crochet along. This completes row 2. The method for rows 3 and 4 is simple. Every 1 crochet to the FV double crochet increase in row 4. The swatch has already reached the double crochet increase position. FV means working 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Finally, complete all the instructions inside the brackets. This completes row 4. Now I'll demonstrate row 5, using the swatch. Make 1 beginning chain to start, turn the work. Then, in the left side chain space, work 1 single crochet. Next, pick up both strands on the left chain. Make a SC2 in 1. Pay attention not to crochet into the stitch on the left. Now we meet W, 3 SC in 1. Work 3 single crochets into the stitch on the left. The 3 SC in 1 is now completed. Then, pick up stitches, and follow the pattern chart to crochet the corresponding stitch pattern. On the slip stitch, pick up 2 strands of the braid and crochet. On the last stitch, work 3 SC in 1. Then on the left edge, pick a suitable position, work 4 single crochets. After completing, on the main part edge, pick up the space between rows. Evenly work 8 single crochets. After completing, reach the starting point of the main part. Pick the insertion point of the first row. Work 3 SC in 1. Tuck in the starting tail together. After completing, work single crochets evenly into each stitch along the main part edge. After completing, evenly work 3 single crochets on the edge. After completing, stretch the loop, leave a 5 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Now proceed to fasten off. Pull the hook through the first single crochet stitch from the left side. Tuck the yarn to the wrong side. Then come out through the braid where the tail is located. Continue tucking to the wrong side. Adjust it a bit. This way the joining seam is nearly invisible after finishing. Finally, weave in all ends on the wrong side. So one left front wing is completed. The right front wing is symmetrical to the left one. For the right front wing edge, keep the right side facing you. Join the yarn at the back loop of the chain from row 9 of the main part. The slip stitches of the first row are worked into the junctions of the 5 arcs of the main part. On the back side, pick a suitable strand and insert the hook into one thread. Finally, pick a suitable spot along the edge for insertion. Rows 2 to 4 follow a crocheting method similar to the left side. Everyone complete this part. On row 5 of the right edge, crochet along the edge. The insertion point is perfectly symmetrical to the left edge. Here I'll demonstrate the technique using a swatch. Starting from the double crochet stitch of row 4, work 1 single crochet and 3 SC in 1 in the same stitch. Then into the chain on the side. Pick 2 strands and work a single crochet increase. Work 1 single crochet into the chain space. Then correspondingly work 3 single crochets. On the main part side, starting from the last row, work corresponding single crochets. At the beginning chain, work 3 SC in 1. On the other side, correspondingly work 8 single crochets. Along the edge side, work 4 single crochets correspondingly. Then cut the yarn and fasten off. Weave in the yarn tails. This completes the right edge. The front wing is now finished. Next we'll learn the back wing. The back wing also consists of the main part and left, right edges. For the main part, use foundation chain to start. Work back and forth in rows. The crocheting method is similar to that of the front wing's main part, only the stitch count, row count are different. During the crocheting process of the back wing's main part, do not break the yarn. Crochet a total of 2 main parts. You can refer to the pattern and complete it accordingly. This is what the back wing main part looks like when completed. The explanation for the back wing main part is now done. Back wing left side edge. First work back and forth on the main part. Then crochet along the edge. The new stitch technique used is TV, half double crochet increase. Now, let's show. Take the corresponding yarn. Place the right side of the back wing main part towards you. On the 8th row of the back wing main part, right side. Pick up the edge. Join the yarn with 2 strands like this. Then work 2 chains. Next, on the 9th row stitch on the left side. Pick up 1 strand and make 1 slip stitch. So 1 group is complete. A total of 4 groups need to be crocheted. These 4 slip stitches need to be evenly spaced. Pick up 1 strand from the 9th row stitch and crochet. The last slip stitch. Work it into the edge of the 9th row. Everyone finish the remaining 3 groups. For rows 2 to 6 next. The crocheting method is the same as the front wing edge, only the number of stitches and rows are different. On the 6th row there is a TV, half double crochet increase, which means working 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. You can refer to the chart and crochet up to the position of the half double crochet increase. The swatch has been crocheted up to the corresponding position of row 6. First work 1 half double crochet. Then work another half double crochet in the same position. This completes the half double crochet increase. Continue to follow the chart and finish this row. So row 6 is completed. Next I'll use the swatch to demonstrate the technique for row 7. Make one beginning chain to start, turn the work, refer to the chart and crochet the corresponding stitch pattern. After completing the slip stitch in the second stitch, work 7 chain stitches. Reverse 3 means to begin crocheting from the third to last stitch. Starting from the third to last stitch, pick up the top half loop and correspondingly make 2 half double crochets. Three single crochets. Continue picking up stitches and crocheting the corresponding stitch pattern. After completing 3 single crochets into the same stitch, at the side edge, pick up the edge and work 1 single crochet increase. One single crochet. 1 single crochet increase. 2 single crochets. On the side of the main part, correspondingly make 8 single crochets. At the starting chain, work 3 single crochets into the same stitch. Continue picking up along the side and correspondingly make 7 single crochets. On the edge side, correspondingly make 4 single crochets. Into the skipped stitch on the left side, work 3 single crochets into the same stitch. In the next stitch, make 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet. Pull a large loop and cut the yarn to fasten off. Weave in the yarn tail along the backside texture. This completes the explanation for the left edge. Finally, let's learn the right edge. On the main part of the rear wing, work back and forth first. Then crochet along the edge. Watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Take the corresponding yarn. Then take the other rear wing main part. With row 12's wrong side facing you. Join the yarn on the right side of row 9. Pick up 2 strands from the back loop. Then work 2 chains. Next, on the stitch of row 9 on the left side, pick up 1 strand and work a slip stitch. This completes 1 group. A total of 4 groups are needed. They should be worked evenly across. 1 strand on the wrong side of row 9 of the main part. Everyone finish the remaining 3 groups. Rows 2 to 6. The method is simple. Just follow the chart to crochet. Now I'll demonstrate row 7, using a swatch. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Turn the work, refer to the chart and work the corresponding stitches. At the corners, work 3 single crochets in 1 stitch. On the side sections, work the corresponding stitch pattern. On the main part side, correspondingly make 7 single crochets. Continue to follow the chart and crochet the corresponding stitches. After completing, cut the yarn and fasten off. Thread it through from underneath the slip stitch chain. Weave in the yarn tail to hide it. This completes the right side edge. The hind wings are now fully explained. Next we'll learn how to make the body. Use the foundation chain method to cast on. Follow the magic ring, form a loop. Watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. First, make a foundation chain. After completing, start from the second stitch from your hook. Pick up the top loop of the chain and correspondingly work single crochets. In the last chain, work 3 single crochets into the same stitch. After completing, reach the other side of the starting chain. Insert the hook into the corresponding insertion point of the previous row. Work corresponding single crochets. Pay attention, do not crochet the first stitch into the rightmost insertion point. Weave in the beginning tail together with the yarn. In the final insertion point, make a single crochet increase, SC2 in 1. Then into the first stitch. Work 1 slip stitch. The slip stitch is not indicated in the form. When crocheting in rounds, always end with a slip stitch. Doesn't count as 1 stitch? Tighten it. This completes the first round. We will use the clearer texture side as the right side. Cut off the yarn tails that are not yet secured. Move on to round 2. Make 1 beginning chain to start. This beginning chain is not indicated in the chart. When crocheting in rounds, starting with single crochet, always make 1 beginning chain to start. Beginning chain doesn't count as a stitch. Begin from the slip stitch join spot from the previous round. Pick up stitches, and work the corresponding stitch pattern. Finish by joining with a slip stitch in the starting stitch. Do not tighten the slip stitch. Leave a 10 cm yarn tail and fasten off. You can pull the thread through the stitch to the left of the slip stitch insertion point. Hide the yarn tail along the texture. Everyone complete this part, so round 2 is completed. The body is also crocheted. Finally assemble and add decorations, divided into thread embroidery. Wing sewing. Body securing and half beads part. Thread embroidery is embroidered on the front and back wing main parts. Then sew the wings on the same side together. Then secure the body and half beads. Watch my demonstration of the specific making method. I'll demonstrate using a front wing swatch. First, draw the lines to be embroidered on the fabric piece with a water-soluble pen. You can refer to the finished product, or draw according to your own preference. If there are any mistakes in the drawing, you can wipe it off with a wet wipe and redraw. After drawing, cut a piece of yarn about 50 cm long. Then separate the strands. Pinch one end of the yarn gently with your left hand. Use your right hand to untwist the yarn. You'll see there are 4 strands. Then pull out 2 strands. Pull one strand at a time. Then thread the 2 strands into the sewing needle. First insert the needle into the back of the fabric. After tying a knot, bring it out from the front side. Then follow the marked line to embroider. Each stitch should cover about 2 rows. Or adjust according to your preference. Then exit through the back again. Insert the needle into the middle of the first stitch. Then pass through the center of the piece. When reaching the edge of the main part, simply go to the back of the fabric at the edge. Insert the yarn into the stitch from the back. Weave in for a few stitches. Then exit at one end of the next line. Continue with the embroidery. When reaching a curved part, insert directly. When lines don't intersect, always hide the yarn at the back for a few stitches. Then exit at the end point of the next line. After finishing the last line, tie a knot on the wrong side. Then hide the yarn tail. Everyone follow this method to embroider all the pieces. Next, sew the wings together. Here I'll demonstrate with a swatch. Take the front and back wings on the left side. Match the tip position to the corresponding starting chain of the main part. Along this side where they meet, work SC3 in 1 at the tip. Start sewing from the first stitch on the left side. Take same color yarn and thread the needle. Secure the yarn on the wrong side. Then pick up stitches, and sew corresponding ones together. For the front wing, locate the SC3 in 1. The stitch on the right side of it. Whip stitch 5 stitches. You can return, and sew again to secure firmly. After completing, tie off and weave in the ends. One wing is now sewn on. Using the same method, sew on the other wing symmetrically. Everyone complete this step. Finally attach the body and half beads. First position the sewn wings correctly. Right side facing up. Body with wrong side facing up. Place vertically centered where the wings meet. Make sure the position is correct. Use a glue stick to attach. If you have a glue gun, insert the glue stick. Connect to power. Turn on the switch to preheat. If you don't have a glue gun, you can use a lighter to melt the glue stick for attachment. When gluing, be quick and precise. Don't burn your hands. The body is now securely attached. Finally, take out the half beads. Large half beads, 3 on each side, attach on directly to the upper edges, on both sides of the front wings. You can adjust the position as needed. Secure one at the very end of each back wing. Glue the small half beads along the lower edge of the back wings. For curved areas like this, random color for the sample swatch. Attach symmetrically on the other side. Complete it accordingly. That concludes the decoration and assembly explanation. The butterfly is now explained completely. Assemble the other butterfly using the same method. Complete it accordingly. That's all for the butterfly explanation.